Mattie Mondays, where we do music in different ways. I guess friends ain't be dropping gems. Always keep it genuine. Knowledge, power, and some funny. Every week, every Monday. Pure, real, and honest. Tap in, leave a comment. You're tuning in to Mattie Mondays.
All right, we are back around another 7 days. That need to be like a sub headline. Back around another 7 days here at Mattie Mondays, where we do music in different ways. If you're tapped in, you know, last week I did a recap, so we weren't here together live, but you got to see my emotion the day before. And this week we're gonna get into it. We're going to catch up, connect. Do one of my favorite parts, which is, you know, communicating and talking through our chat. And I'm going to shape and walk through this past week, all the interactions, the work, the connections, and blend it with a little message or a major message if it finds you at the right time. So I'm gonna give everybody a little bit of time to get in. And we're going to get rolling. So let me know that you're here if you can. I know sometimes you guys are watching and you're not able to get inside of the app or our emotion. So I appreciate you being here, period. If you can, definitely hop in the comments and let me know that you are here so I can talk to you. Hey, twin. What's up, my friend? What's going on? Happy Monday to you. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good today. I just threw on a color that had a nice heightened vibration today. And just go with the flow. I see a few eyes in here. So first, what's good? What's going on? First and foremost, who remind me, crazy. Can I click in that crazy cat handle? You at the depot? Remind me who that is. What's up, Chris? C.Styles in the building. What it do? We are back in here live. We back here, guys. We get to connect in this space, exchange some energy. Ma and I here. Hey, Ma. And yeah, get rolling. So I'm gonna take you guys through my past week, 7, 8 days. And Kate, thank you. Crazy Lord, how did I forget that? What's up, KK? Crazy cat. What's up, KK? And congratulations to you for another achievement of getting a brilliant kid. My little cousin Noah through a pillar of graduation. So congratulations to you, KK, for being a great mom. Hey, Angel. What's going on? Thank you for pulling up and being here. All right, y'all. All right, so as promised, I'm gonna give a message, but through walking through my week. And then I want to start with a couple birthdays, and I'll probably think of more. So happy birthday to my big cousin Gloria. For sure. Happy Gemini season, by the way. Your girl here is a Gemini. Crazy and cool, all of it, whatever. I'll take it. Coming up very soon. Time is very interesting. Yeah, I remember still being a kid thinking that the people that are my age now were super old, and that is not so. And it's not just because I'm this age now. I understand better. Just get a little more seasoning. But happy Gemini season to everybody who's catching this in real time. I got a few friends, few family members. So yes, we are in full effect. And y'all know if you got a Gemini in your life, we bring the spice. All right, so I got that. I got my notes. All right, so to start, last week, if you haven't caught the episode, it's up. I went to the jazz festival here in Atlanta. But what took me out there was shooting for one of my good friend, Mogul Malls, video. We've been working on it for a couple months now. We've had a couple shooting days, and that was another one he had lined up for us. So I went and just captured the environment, walked, followed him through a sea of people. Like, it was really, really dope. I was resisting going out there because the parking, and it's just that is so many people out there doing Jazz Fest. But I'm glad I went. Thank you, Jamal, for that. It was a great experience, and we got some really, really cool footage and ran into some people that we knew. Some of my friends came out, so that was really dope. Miss Lisa was one of our team members. Her birthday is today, so happy birthday to you, Miss Lisa. She's a really, really talented photographer, and I'm sure more things that I'll discover that she does. She was out there taking some really, really beautiful headshots. So happy birthday to you. What else? That day was really, really cool. Yeah, I'll wrap that there. So that was Monday or last Sunday. That's where I was at in real time. And again, y'all can click the link in my bio. Thank you. Yes, yeah. Let me pop that up there. Thank you for that. Yes, thank you for typing that out for me. But you guys can click the link or head over to my main page here at Mattie B Music on YouTube and watch that recap. It's like 9 minutes long, so something you can sift through and play through. And I'll be talking to you. I started off in studio and then I finished it in studio. So that was cool, and I enjoyed that. That was kind of my first time doing Mattie Mondays in that way. I know we got a lot of firsts. We've been hitting you guys with this last 2 months, and I've been enjoying it. We're kind of feeling our way and seeing what things can work for us, myself and my team, when we're in travel, when I'm not locked here in this space. So that was another cool one to try out, to give you guys a recap of a day that was just right before. So in doing that and giving you guys a recap for Mattie Mondays last week, it allowed me to go to an event Monday night last week here in Atlanta. The ATL Top 20. I went with a musician, Tailors, Chevy, my partner. He got me out into the world last week. That was a lot of fun. I ran into some folks that we knew and got to discover some new talent. A singer super dope named Hazel, really, really dope rappers. And then this artist, So Candy, she was real cold. Great stage presence and performance, and she got a song with a sample like Candy, and it's hitting. Like, it's real dope. It's one to play on replay for sure. So thank you, Chevy, for that experience. I had a great time. And as you see, just even on this this live where I had the picture, that backdrop, that was us being there, that be legendary. I saw it on the wall. I was like, yeah, sure. Can we make sure we get a picture over there before we dip? So that was a lot of fun. Cameo, thank you. The Cameo sample, Candy. But yeah, I can't explain it. I did not prepare a clip, but she was dope, super dope. You just know when you see people and you meet people that just got that star power. And that was that. She was that for sure. So Candy is her name. She was with Trap Beckham, who does this song, Watch Out for the Birthday, with the birthday. So yes, they were together. She's his artist. Watching him react to her performance was just as fun as watching her perform. So they were a really, really cool duo. So that was the highlight, I would say, of that night in that space. So thank you, Chef, for that. Musician Tailors, for always getting us out moving and shaking. Yeah, so that was that note. Before we move on, I want to go ahead and line this up, because this talk isn't just gonna be me ranting about or chatting about what I did every day, but it's actually gonna lead into something a little bit more deeper, and it's something that you guys can maybe relate to or find some value in. So this was a quote that I found a little earlier that I wanted to share. And it says, everything you want is out there waiting for you to ask. Everything you want also wants you. but you have to take action to get it. And that was on full display. I could say for me this week, I asked God for some opportunities. In addition to other things that I do videography and photography, and I've had an interest in doing more behind the scene gigs. For those who don't know, I have a company called The Fly on the Wall, and I named it that because that's a perspective that I prefer. I do a lot of shoots where I'm the main camera, and that's fun too. But if I had to pick anything of it, the perspective, I like to capture everything that's going on and in the interaction of things. So I prayed that prayer. I asked, and this week presented several opportunities. I actually got the ask for one of my days, which I'll get to, that happened this week, a week and a half ago. And it's for a friend, and she asked, and I was like, all right, yeah. The day's open. I'm gonna pull up, and I'm gonna go capture that moment for them. And we have to remember sometimes, because I could have been like, oh, it's not no bread attached to it. I'm not going. Now there's a balance. I feel like we know when we know what things are for the love, what things are, currency exchange. But he presented the opportunity. I said yes, and that opened up a door for immediate other opportunities that came the same week. So we'll get to that, and I'll explain deeper of how that played out. But that was something that I asked for. So, uh, and it's something that I'm making sure that I get back to. All right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. And thank you, Crystal. And we're back. I'm moving back regular on my screen. But no, real talk. I've had to remind myself, and life, reminds us. It's so simple, but it's so easy to get lost in the day to day. But to slow down and to a lot of times it's better to write it down. I think there's power in that too. But ask for what you want. And then again, the second part of that is going to get it. So that's something that like quickly has taken or manifest into a reality this week. But with those things considered and those things put into it, asking and then showing up and saying yes. But I said yes, and it led to some more things. So that was Monday. Monday was ATL Top 20. Really dope environment, a lot of fun, and discovery that happened. Moving on to the next day, one of my good friends from college was in town, and her presence gathered a few of us ladies that we were already trying to intend to get together. So it was perfect that she hit us all up, especially with her not living here. And we had dinner and we had some great conversations. And what I walked away with from spending time with some of my girls that I've known for over a decade now from college is that it's good and healthy for us to be intentional about keeping up with what's going on in each other's worlds, asking the right questions. And it's of course on us whether we want to answer them in certain ways or disclose certain information. So everybody doesn't have to know everything about your world, but like a friend to other friends, asking the right questions, I know is very important. And it's something that I have to keep in the front of my friends, family, all of that, partners, business partners, asking the right questions and just checking in. So that's definitely something that I walked away with. We all got things going on in our personal corners constantly, especially for those who are accountable for other lives, moms and dads and grandparents and just stewards of other people, kids. And so it's definitely good to be mindful of the questions that we ask each other and to be consistent in asking certain questions and checking in. So that is what I gathered from last Tuesday, spending some time with my girls. So that was beautiful and healing and reviving for sure in a lot of ways. Before we continue and move on into Wednesday, is there something right now? And you don't have to tell the room, but I'm just curious. Is there something right now that you want very specific from God or the universe or whatever and whoever you believe in that you haven't asked for, like very clearly? Is there something right now that exists in your desires that you have not asked for very directly? I'm curious because the goal is to definitely spark action in our community and in our realm. So I'll give you guys a moment. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. Don't you do it? I'm still. All right, yes, I'm still here. All right, let me make sure I'm still here with you guys. I can see it one more. Most definitely. Heard that. Chefs, and most definitely, for sure. I know there's still a few things for me too that I need to sit down and share. We've had this conversation here recently. And it's kind of, this is like, I guess a better way of framing it. What's up, love? Go say yes, yes. But asking for what we want and just getting clarity. I'm definitely in a moment in time, like just within the last few days or week, like I need to hold myself accountable for being clear because things are moving and manifesting. But I guess what I've kind of been afraid of is continuing in a direction and ending up somewhere that's not quite where I wanted it to be simply because I wasn't clear. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that has kind of shook me. And I'm like, dang, time, birthday's coming up. Time is not going in reverse. So it's my responsibility for sure to dictate my reality. And yeah, it kind of shook me. Like, dang, what if I'm putting energy in the wrong direction, or if again I'm just not clear? Because I do trust that like life is the things that I've asked for, I've received, and it's not always looked exactly like I thought they were. But I also realized that I wasn't very clear or descriptive in my acts sometimes. So I want to and will be and aim to be more clear on things that I ask for, um, to God and yeah. So yeah, so y'all feel me. All right, cool. So from Tuesday to Wednesday, Wednesday is the yes that I gave one of my homegirls, my teammates, Ogechi, who's working with me on the we're all working together, Ogechi, myself, London, and Jamal, on the Sink or Swim feature length film. Ogechi is a super dope artist, performing artist, and her teammates were doing a photo shoot. She asked me to pull up to do behind the scenes. So I pulled up. It was a lot of fun, like great energy, really, really dope studio space, not too far in travel. So we were there spending time kicking it, and myself gathering behind the scene footage and photos for a bit. And from that interaction, meeting the lead photographer there, Katie, really, really cool young lady. We had a quick conversation, and she mentioned the shoot that she had this past Saturday, and that she could maybe use some more hands. And I was like, all right, cool, give me the details, and I'll see about pulling up. And just from showing up Wednesday, open up an opportunity on Saturday to connect with the new room, somebody who's doing what I do. What's up, Caleb? Thank you for sliding through. What's good? And then open up, I'll say it in cryptically, opening up an opportunity and a space for me to be blessed for even not even intending for a certain type of return, just legit sowing a seed. So that's I think our rewards and just taking action sometimes. That don't mean everything doesn't have to be just in good not necessarily, it's not how I want to say it. Everything doesn't have to be, I guess, quote unquote, for free, but or sowing seed in certain ways. But I was committed to just going to serve and commit some time and take a risk on an investment of with my outlook of just being able to meet new people. And in my world and the things that I do, that's important. A wide network, and I definitely did. And you just moving around the room talking to people, and they ask what else you do. I'm in there with the camera in my hand, but that opens up room for me to let people know that I sing and I songwrite, and opportunities for people like, well, I might need you to come, grab some footage for me, or maybe connect on some music. So just showing up, man, has always proven to be a blessing. But just in this short time and just a refocus of what I wanted, this quick turnaround really kind of was impressive. So thank you, God, for that. So that was Wednesday to Saturday, and then Thursday pulled up on Twin at Grinding Entertainment. Had a really cool session of vibing to music. Kato pulled up, and we also had a really dope pocket in there where we just connecting. People who be in the studio, artists and stuff, will tell you it's not always beat making and songwriting and singing. A lot of times you'll just catch a vibe of just connecting and conversation and growth and healing what happened in this place. So I don't know if you saw my repost of him catching us in studio. Kato, sprawled out. He laying across the floor. I'm in a little bean chair with my little hoodie on. But just it always feels like home there. It's definitely my second home, Grinding Entertainment. So that was Thursday. So this week has been rolling, okay? And then Saturday was a great Friday. I took the night to myself. Saturday was really, really dope, hitting the shoot. So that's what it's looked like for me this week. Yeah, I got another quote I wanted to share with you guys, and then I want to open up the room for some real time responses. We don't do that a lot. I know I'm keeping up with the comments and do that pretty well, but I want to open up some room for you guys to kind of dictate if you got some topics or some things specifically that you want to share and us to kind of touch base on anything that you're feeling. I've disclosed to you guys previously that one of my nicknames coming up outside of whatever goody two shoes or whatever was I guess another way of saying it was calling me Preacher Mattie. Thank you, Caleb. I appreciate that. Let me take a moment to brag on one of my friends. Caleb Mentor is in the building. Superstar. I appreciate him taking time to be here on Mattie Mondays, where we do music in different ways. But he's constantly traveling. He's got a really dope corporate band, constantly doing gigs. And he just got second place on the Apollo. So shout out to Caleb. If y'all can clap him up in the comments. A really great like spirit of a man and a person. So yes, can y'all show Caleb some love in here? Yes, I'm proud of you too, man. Yeah, it's about just not stopping, and he is not stopping. He's doing his thing and he's staying with it and he's excelling. So yes, show Caleb some love in the comments, y'all. Yes, thank you. Thank you. That's what's up. What's up, Jay? What's good? What's good? I know I'm on a bit of the delay, so I'll make sure I leave some room to catch up. I'm gonna check my points. Dope. Angel and the girls constantly working. Also, I keep seeing y'all doing y'all thing. I know KK, I don't be seeing you on social media, but I know you always being creative. You and the kids doing new things. So yeah, Crystal, C.Styles, my mom. So even if it's, I know on here it seems like it always has to be about creative arts, but no matter what we're doing, it's all creative. It's coming from our minds, our thoughts, and we manifesting it. We are all our own magicians, for sure. So I think that's dope, that we're exercising it. And I know all the names I see in this space are doing it in their way, in their world, for sure. Yeah, let's hit that up there. Yes, sir. So okay, again, is there purpose? So Angel, are you asking like for us to go into purpose? Can you clarify that for me? My mind be running a step ahead. Straight up. And while we do that, again, I want to open up the room. We're doing good on time. I ain't talking too much right here at 8:30. But I definitely want to take a moment to just make room for you guys. So Angel, I saw you. Oh no, just making a comment. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, so I had another one too. And I like this one a lot. So I'm gonna throw this one back up here again, and then I'll hit the second one. But I don't know. I just thought this was really powerful. But again, everything you want is out there waiting for you to ask. Like there's no limit. There's no limit, except for the one we put on ourselves. Everything you want also wants you, but you have to take action to get it. And it's not going to be easy. That is a guarantee, right? It's not going to be easy, but that's okay. All right, I'm trying to come back to y'all. Okay, here we go. Get back in these comments. This song stuck in my head. It's not candy. All right. I'm waiting for StreamYard to get me back over to the comments. Now wait on it. Get me back over to the comments. But really, I appreciate again for you guys allowing us to create a space too for me to do this. Like this is therapy for me for sure. Even working through like last year, a little bit of anxiety being in front of the camera, talking to the screen. Yeah, I appreciate the space that you guys are allowing and being a part of. I was just saying we are all in our purpose. Absolutely. What's up, Thomas? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, cool. All right, I'll give you a few more moments. If there's anything specific that you want to touch on that's on your heart, we'll dive into it. And then if not, we'll depart and leave the space and hopefully encouraged. You leave here encouraged, reminded to ask for what you want. Ask for what you want, write it down, and then get to work. Get to work. Always easier said than done. But appreciate it. Yeah, it do feel natural. I'm at home now. I'm at home in front of the camera. Now this is cool. I do know it was an experience I had years ago. I was back home from college. I had done this song for what is it, American Heart Association, and I had a appearance on the news channel in Greensboro. Now that was the most intimidating. Yeah, that was the most intimidating experience I've ever had in front of the lights and the camera. I don't know, y'all. That television, live on television, that was paralyzing in a moment. And I had to perform a little bit. But yes, here it's lit. I'm here on Mattie Mondays where we do music in different ways. And we're here every week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, this is a space again, not only for me and my team to share what we got going on, to share arts and creativity, to share my world and my teammates, but to also exchange like good energy and love. But you did great, so proud of you. Thank you. That moment. I remember that thing. That's a hard thing sometimes. Yeah, no, for sure. All right, y'all. So I hope that everybody is off to a good start. New song. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you. Keep me straight. Keep me straight. Keep me straight. Oh, how did I? It's written down. Thank you for that reminder too. Also throughout the week, I've been getting with super dope artists. Shiv introduced me to last year. We locked in and we've been locked in, stayed locked in. So working virtually and in communication almost every day this last like week and a half, but working on and helping her put together a project. So that's been a part of the week too. Working in the background. We got several records that are out, but the newest one is called The Point. We got a record out called Bleeding Out. It's one of my favorites. She's got a visual for that as well. So I'll make sure I think next week it might be a good time to just share the different records that are out and available that aren't me on singing necessarily, maybe some background vocals, but yeah, that might be a good look sometime this month. Thank you, Chevy, for that reminder. Yes, trust the process. Trust the process. And in these last several weeks, every emotion ain't perfect. You still get angry, you still get frustrated, and all that good stuff. But I was expressing to some friends and family in a couple conversations that I'm starting to kind of feel what it feels like to enjoy the journey. And again, we hear it all the time, which goes back to the easier said than done. But I've started to lean into not focusing so much on the outcome. We already know it's there. We set it. We set the marker. People being silly. We set the markers, so we know what the target is. We know what the goal is, and that's gonna be. That's not gonna be long lived once we reach it. We reach it, a goal, and then it's on to the next one. So the joy is in the process, along with the pain and the strife and the work. But there's also the celebration and the small wins that lead up to that target, and that's where the time is spent. So I think the trick is to focus on the end goal, but all of our time is spent getting there, right? Most of the time, depending, short term goals, long term goals. but most of the time is spent getting there. So that's where I feel like we should focus on, for myself, focus on enjoying that time and being, again, more present. So that's been a big part of what's got me a little lighter, um, as far as like not in comparison to like not being weighed down or worried. Uh, yeah, just the moment to moment. We all got things to get done to do for sure. But if we can create joy in the process of getting to it, that I think that's a big win in life, period. So yeah, man, that's where I'm at, guys. And I'm also doing a lot of music. But living life, learning, growing, failing, and figuring it out through failure and through bumping my head, and also getting a lot of things right, you know. So that is the reality of Mattie B. Yeah, we got some really dope music coming. A lot of cool things. So thank you guys for staying here with me, for being super consistent. Yes, being blessed on a little thing for sure, for sure. Yeah, being blessed on the little things. Yeah, even being here with all y'all showing up so consistently, popping in, checking the replay, bringing Mattie Mondays up to me. Those are the blessings in the process, for sure, for me. Being able to have this interaction in this space. All right, so without further ado, uh, we we shall depart. I do want to put up that last quote, this last quote. Bless, that's for sure. Let's give it a go. Let's give it one more try. Get this quote up for you guys to lead a space with. Again, tailored to the action of things, which is what what we control. That's where our power lies, right? Our thoughts and our behavior. So this one I thought was really dope one. So she's taking her time, but she's coming. Is it up yet? It's coming. The quote, where you at? There we go. So action is the bridge between your dreams and its fulfillment. Again, very simply put, but straightforward, no fluff. That's the bridge that we got to travel. So inaction won't get us there. It's all in the action, the steps that we take, period, to get us to our dreams and to get us to being fulfilled. All right, now I feel like let me get up off my soapbox. Thank y'all so much. One last request before we depart. A lot of you might be like, girl, you already got my email address. But if you would, before we depart, drop your email address in our group chat, in our live group chat. If you so choose. I want to reapproach and readjust my team and I ways to continue to share and reminders of the live. That's a little less intrusive to as opposed to like your cell phone, unless you opt in. But through email, we'll start that process of figuring out what's the best way for you guys to be contacted. So if you're open, if you're okay with that, if you're willing, even if you know that I already have your email address, if you would put it down here in the comments in this space for me, if that is something you're comfortable with to be reached and kept up to date. That is my final request. I do this every time. I always loop into a new subject, but thank you guys so much. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. And yeah, it's Gemini season, June 18th. Don't forget, mark it on your calendars. I will be another year seasoned and wiser. So have a great week, y'all. When any challenge or frustration comes, be reminded that you can choose to shift the energy. No matter how hard it is, All right, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. We are departing Mattie Mondays, where we do music in different ways. All right, until next week, 7 days. All right, peace, y'all.